All right, party people. We are going to just be chilling and playing today. What the outcome of this will be, I do not know. What I will do, I do know. My best. No. We'll be prevailing. I got some new teams recently sent to me, so I do like, again, the structure of this team. I've yet to lose a game where I couldn't win, which is good, right? Assuming I had the right information. So yeah, going into this, I'm not even sure what to expect. I mean, I see a float slow, right? Because when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, if I KO the Zapdos, if I Terra Fairy, it does skew things a bit if the Zapdos is super offensive and beats my Garg. If I Terra Fairy, Garg is very difficult to KO. But this could be offensive Pelipper and all these things. And so I'll take this thing one step at a time. Hazard control seems to be Corvinado. He has Muck. And this key Gambit answer is that Breloom. No dragon immunity. Zapdos is pesky. The downside of staring down Pelipper, I think, far exceeds. What do you think? If he leaves Pelipper and then... yeah, the downsides of staring down Pelipper far exceeds. Because if I Slowking lead on this Pelipper, he's fucked. But the downside... Actually, he does have a Dragon Resist in... and obviously there's potential Muck. So he was willing to, that's good information. What's this guy's point? 17th, I should have checked. Was it really risk worth? Because what I was expecting there was the Corviknight on the Draco Meteor, or normal Muck on the Draco Meteor, that could one-shot your Pelipper unless you're Spadef Pelipper. And so now if his thought process is, well, I'll just U-turn. That lets me know the decision I made was wrong. So he was gonna Hurricane on a Dragapult, so that gives me a lot of data. Somebody was saying we need that's giving me a lot of data shirts. That's funny. Thankfully we get the chili reception out. That's a pretty big chili reception. Probably one of our biggest chill fests of all time. This allows me to get rocks up. It's irrelevant what the Muck does. Even if it were to have stayed in to do Muck things, right? Now the Breloom potential sashes can get broken. I'll probably end up, I would say, sacking Moltres, because Moltres could help with the float slow as well, but we want to position ourselves for power input, and I don't want to stare down. Okay, so it doesn't have U-turn. That's what it is. So let's think about this. The Corviknight is in. And what consequence is that to me? His primary Dragon Resist is gonna defog. I could take advantage of his Surf, or I could Future Sight and get the rock. Future Sight is actually superior. And why? Because we're gonna reposition here anyway, right? He's gonna go for defog, and I'm gonna force his Muck in because nothing wants smoke from Future Sight, and we're gonna be back in the same position again. I goes Breloom, which is crazy. Yeah. This is fine. It's gonna be Muck versus Great Tusk anyway. Pult outspeeds Loom. Draco. I'd rather the Muck matchup with little to no damage than potentially missing a Draco Meteor. I could have went Moltres there, which would have ensured me a lot more value, but because I could burn. But if he's faster than me and has Spore or Rock Tomb, so he just straight up forgot about Future Sight. It wasn't even like, okay. And then, you know, bro's having a midlife crisis when Pelipper is a Dragapult counter, and he's took 59 from Future Sight, so he's definitely Spadef. I mean, he's definitely would have died to Draco. So I would have taken out his Rain turn 1. Why do I think this isn't even sashed? If that's the case, he'd U-turn. I mean, he'd not U-turn. Helmet Corby. Good to know. And I'm not U-turning just to keep momentum up. I hear that stuff so much. Hit for momentum. Like, you have to have a purpose for your plays every time. Like, I don't momentum for no reason. Because what I'm looking at here is a Garg sweep. However, the way he's playing makes it difficult for me to so Corby is gonna lose his helmet, 'cause, you know, gonna rocks again here. If he mindless U-turns, blessed. If he's braver, then I'll know. Okay, blessed. Interesting. Excellent. Excellent. He's definitely staying based on how he plays. Excellent. Obviously, the Pelipper is a potential mon here, but it doesn't matter to me. Actually, it does matter to a degree. Because even if he stayed in with the Corby, it wasn't that big of an issue. Me chili reception. He doesn't have U-turn, but he has soft boiled. What I could do is future sight here. I mean, not soft boiled. He has so chili reception finally gets the lumen. Is this rock tomb loom? If so, you get my Moltres, so you get the spore off. And now you have to reveal rock tomb or go to muck, which is fine for me on both ends. Yeah, I get the Tuscan. Knock here guarantees me value, but I don't want his core. If I get rocks up, the Corviknight's finished. Everything kills his Corviknight from there. But the Oster Zapdos, and see, it's fucking spexed. That's what I'm talking about. Jam, you're overreacting. That motherfucker was a choice spec Zapdos. If I sat up with my Garganacl, I was finished. So now I think all the conditions I need met are there. He's still an offensive Zapdos, but you know. Definitely has Thunder. My issue is allowing Corviknight to heal. I don't want Dragapult getting Thunder parried, because otherwise it's a waste of time. And why do I sense some weird terror coming my way? I'm actually gonna just play it patiently. The conditions I need met are getting met. I just need the Zapdos gone, so play a bit more patiently. Thunder Zapdos. If I go Garg, actually, should I risk Garg? Hurricane actually did nothing. I sense Terra Water coming my way. You're standing Thunder anyway. I'd assume. Yeah, it doesn't do enough. Okay. Now this rain ends, which means the floatzel is inconsequential, and I can recover one more turn. Right. So now the Thunder can miss. I get to Salkir here. I'm never getting to a KO'd, which is a blessed position to be in. Excellent. Pelipper is gone. Floatzel the Menace is here. You can have Molly, bro. Go ahead. Terra Watered. How do I want to play this? Because if I go Gambit, he's gonna switch. I think Terra Water Wave Crash might kill my Slowking. Oh, do I care though? I mean, I technically went with Garg and Gambit. I do care if I can survive. What's it called? Float, so Choice Band, Rain, Terra Water Wave Crash, Slowking. Oh, he's especially defensive. Rain, because it always takes a rain out. I'm very close to survival. Like, it's actually a very low chance to kill me. Yeah, okay, we get the chili off and he gets all that recoil. Recoil, you know what I'm saying? Get to U-turn here. Yeah, so that flow slow is gone. It's in the dust, it's in the wind. Unfortunately, I don't have any counterplay. I suppose I have my Garg Kinnicle. My Garg Kinnicle. Garg, yeah, because Corviknight gets baited, and this is where his heart sinks. Yeah, let's get it done. This is where the heart sinks. I'll Salt Cure this turn. There's no drawback. I don't need +2 defense. On the off chance he goes hard dose. Yeah. Yeah, but we're just gonna be vibing and playing, man. And just getting this data in. So what did we learn from that last game? We learned Spec Zapdos is a possibility on those rain teams, right? Because what's been getting me big time is going into games thinking, okay, I know what he should be. Then something throws me off and it completely thwarts my entire plan. But if I lean too far in on a particular direction, I remember some games I lost yesterday, or one game I lost yesterday. Well, I actually didn't even lose the game, but I almost lost it. It was a game like this, Moltres, I set everything up, and then the Sneasler Terrified and SD'd, and it was grassy to me. I was like, oh god. And I had to do a bunch of like maneuvering to get myself out of that situation, but I thought I was cooked at that point. But before that, I thought I'd play perfectly to get Moltres in. I'm not concerned about that. So yeah, a squad like this, once we get rid of Goldengo, Garganacl can Iron Defense potentially, and just, I love that it can't get status. That's big. But Iron Defense would just finish this guy. Other than Taunt Trend, I wouldn't even need the Terra, truth be told. Because, you know, Magma Storm hurts more than Earth Power. I don't know. Yeah, well, the Tran would die, so the Magma Storm would be freed. Slowking shuts down Tran. My Gambit is really good. Moltres is for 1, 2, potentially 3. I don't love staring down Tran, but because I was thinking that, okay, if the Tusk matchup comes up, you have no hazard control, so you don't want smoke from this, but clearly he does. He's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna Stealth Rocks. What's his points? Yeah, it makes sense. Let me think. Is Chili Reset? What was his initial play? Dose is irrelevant. Ursaluna on Slowking is insane, considering I'm going to be surfing, but that could make some sense. Ursaluna coming in would be really problematic for me. Is it better to Future Sight or Chili Reception straight up? Goldengo, I don't care about. Is this Trick? Trick would be concerning, but he'd also give up his item, which I wouldn't mind. Choice Specs would knock me out. That'd take a lot of damage. He'd also anticipate my Gambit to come in. I'm gonna Chili here, because so it's Trick, Choice Specs, okay. That would Choice Specs Slowking now. So the Future Sight is coming out. What do I want to do with that? Go to my Tusk here. Is it better to Rocks or Spin? It's better to spin right now. It's Rocker Strand. Rocks are helpful somewhat. You know, something told me he'd do some shit like that. I knew it would knock me out, but something told me he'd do some shit like that. And I told you, if Goldengo dies, Garganical wins. I don't regret my decision, but I knew he'd do some shit like that. Because knockoff was superior. You know, in hindsight, I knew he'd do some stupid shit like he just did. Yeah, bro is like dead in the brain. Don't ask me. What sucks is that, well, maybe I can lure him to stand. Maybe I can lure him to stand. Because based on how he's playing the Goldango. Man, I am. Yes. He has recover. Man, I'm actually really peeved with myself. It's a big ass roll. So maybe he'll just say fuck it and sack it. Or he'll go D-Knight. Yeah! Get that pesky ass Goldango out of here. So now it's time for Garganical to use that one move called that defensive iron. The beauty of it all is that the D-Knight coming in. Why do I sense Terrifier? I mean, if that's the case, I'll have my Garganical. If he wants to reposition in the trend, that's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, losing Tusk is big, but it's not the end of the world. Or Dragonites are starting to run Stone Edge now. So here comes the Ursaluna. Great play, bro. I don't know what Ursaluna uses for Dragapult, but he's gonna have to use it right now. No, because I know he won't Headlong Rush. Moltres is too important. Is Dragapult too important? Moltres shuts down 1, 2. Like say you were to crunch here and knock out my pulse straight up, because I'm also thinking about King Gambit. King Gambit is not that necessary. Plus, again, I don't think he'd Headlong Rush, but if he Headlong Rush, he Headlong Rushes. I don't know what these kids are doing. Yawn. Interesting. So I'm guessing Yawn Facade. Yawn. Oh. Just gonna Katal Cleave here. I'm gonna Iron Head. Iron Head. Because I might flinch him. Yay, Facades. I figured he'd Facade. He's gonna Facade again. No, he's Headlong Rushing, but I've gotten enough damage. Drain Punch. What? Drain Punch. Okay, I'll just U-turn here because it covers for U-turn there was my best possible play. Stealth Rocks means, I mean, it could mean a lot of different things. I can't Chili Recept and he has Taunt on this. He has Protect, shows Protect. So that means probably Earth Power plus so I double surf here. Moltres is fairly low risk, even if he were to stay into Dragon Dance again, right? He's Yasser Zapdos. If it's defensive Zapdos, I can just continually surf spam. He's gonna go Dragonite and then reposition back into the Zapdos. But I'll go hard Garganical this time. Cover and then just I just Iron Defense. This is where things get interesting, right? Gar can't be put to sleep. He goes straight for the EQ, which means that if Sneasler is an option, he's gonna use it here. Meaning if he has Switcheroo or something like that. Because now this is the part where your heart sinks. Okay, if he's DDing, that gave me all the data I needed. I'm trying to avoid the you know what, but I don't want the Zapdos to be able to hurricane me. Well, he lost his flying type there, so that's blessed. He's Helmet D-Knight. Can't make this stuff up, my friends. Which means the Earthquake's gonna do enough. But I don't Terra. It's gonna do a decent amount. Helmet D-Knight. We'll recover this turn actually. Let's see. 28% is nothing. Okay. 28%. Salcure here. Even if he were to yeah. Even if he were to have roosted there, we have all the leverage. I didn't want him Zapdos can only volt switch if I give him the opportunity to be able to hurricane, right? Because now all he can do is volt switch, right? And the fact that he went Zapdos first gave me a lot of insight, a lot of intel. Should I have recovered there? Because one would assume Tran goes Ursaluna though. I'm actually glad to see Luna. Well, if he was gonna crit me here, I'll faint anyway, even if I Terra Fairy. So my best play is to recover. Earthquake, yeah, 25% is nothing. He forfeits. I don't think he should have forfeited. He should have crit fished. One of these motherfuckers could have crit me. But that's why I'm like, why side gold angle, you know? And me quote unquote predicting the gold angle to switch out wasn't like one, I knew my Tusk wouldn't die if he did attack me, but it wasn't like, oh man, you know, if I make this play and it doesn't go my way, I lose the game. It's just, all right, we weigh the risk versus the reward. If I EQ and he does sustain, Knock was just the best play all around though, looking back. Because Knock gave me future sight damage and if the Zapdos came in. So I think I just farted the brain there. Holuch is very cool. Curious to see what that's gonna do. Encore. Very Hydreigon, something I haven't seen in quite some time. So that should be interesting as well. He has an Among Us, so my guard can't just take over. And he might have like a taunt water steamer. What I do like is that Shadow Ball switch-ins aren't the greatest. So Stealth Rocks plus Shadow Ball spam is amazing. Maybe Terra Hippowdon. Another thing that's great is my gambits. Like Terra Fairy Gambit is solid. Hydreigon is my biggest wild card. I'm not gonna Terra very early. Terra Shadow Ball is big. I'm not gonna Terra early. Tusk. I have to control this Holucha. Probably staring out Among Us. Yeah. Okay, very well. Very well then. Very well then. Foul play, huh? Seeing these Moongi running. He might still spore. If he spores Moltres, it's not the end of the world. I do know it's a whole moveset now though. It's probably boots. I didn't see helmet. Stop Black Sludge. And it's not red card. That's another thing I've seen. So fairly low risk Moltres play. He definitely doesn't have Toxic. They always have Sludge Bomb Giga or Grass Knot. Excuse me. Grass Knot would do a number to guard because it's base 120. But what I'm looking at here, honestly, is again, either Gambit or Dragapult. I've been so wrong lately about so many things that I'm like, hey, I do think he leads this in, but Hippowdon is his helmet. Not helmet, so he was willing to take a, interesting. No spin blocker. So thinking long term here, future sight, yeah. I don't agree with Stealth Rocks, but I figured he'd use that. Once this does, it allows me to, like, cause now Pult has a lot of leverage, cause you're going Hydreigon, right? So I don't know, unless you're gonna Terra Steel. I want to Shadow Ball badly here, but unless this is Choice Scarf, that's a reality, that's possible. If this is Choice Scarf, then you go for Dark Pulse. And Dragapult's really important. If he goes for Dark Pulse, what I'll do is go hard Gambit here. Because you either gonna Screen Tails or go, okay, so I could have Shadow Ball there. So now this is fearing Hippowdon. Okay, yeah, alright then. I've gotten some data. Excellent. So here comes the Dragon again. So I could have killed this Screen Tail or Shadow Ball. I just didn't know what if you know what I'm saying. This is interesting because again, the future sight matchup isn't ideal for you. So he switched out. He has Giga Drain. It's 100% sporing. But I always guard still. Yeah. And so now Screen Tail's coming. Oh, he forgot about the future sight. Or he's just like, okay, I'll just eat. Yeah, but you're almost dead. That wasn't wise. I think he forgot about it, honestly. He's very close to fainting, so he got a bit lucky. I'm faster than him too, which is good to know. Hydreigon is insane. This could be Choice Specs. This could be Flash Cannon. Hydreigon is crazy. Choice Specs Terra Steel. I need it gone. So like I really wanna what is it? Specs Earth Power? I'm not gonna Terra. And I don't want him nasty plotting. I don't want him nasty plotting Terra Fairy. Substitute Terra Fairy. Okay. So that's why I didn't want to Draco my Dragapult on this. So if it's Terra Fairy, let's say it's dual stab. Body Purse probably did enough for because now I have Terra Ghost spam, so all I need to do is control for the hazards, and I can just Shadow Ball spam through whatever terrain it receives. So I don't even need to Terra Garg. So he's gonna Terra here. I mean, Nasty by Air and go to Moltres. I go to Moltres. I'm gonna have some Split F. So, okay, I'm glad to see Nasty Bot there. I also have Terra Fairy Slowking. I just don't know what his moveset is. If he Nasty Pot again, it might be Draco. Dark Pulse. See, Dark Pulse. You run this calc. Actually, on Dragapult. OE Choice Specs. Terra Ghost. Hydreigon. OU Nasty Plot. Terra Steel, sure. So what's Shadow Ball doing? 73 to 86. I don't like them odds. 73 to 86. I have to give up Gambit to kill this. Huh. I think because he should anticipate a Terra. If he subs, he's gonna attack the next turn. I just need him to be in range. What I can't, I sub by a force the subs hand. So, because if he subs, I just go for an attack next turn because Infiltrator goes through substitute. So Gambit is the perfect checkmate. Gambit was good versus his team too, but I'm not tearing it, so it's gonna, I mean, it's not bad versus Hippowdon. It was really good. But, you know, a Volcanion could have substitute. There's so many different variables. The Hippo is an issue. But I think I have the defensive backbone after this dies to potentially take the gold home. But it's not going to be easy because Amoonguss becomes a big problem. There's that damage I needed. It's Terra Blast Fairy. Okay. Do I even need the Terra anymore? No, it's 54 to 64. Yeah, to be on the safe side. I do think he's gonna switch out, but I think Terra goes to it, kills his entire team. If it doesn't to a KO Hippo, I might have lost. So Dragon is gone. The crit didn't matter, obviously. The Amoonguss, the EQs, straight up. This did a lot to me, what the hell? If I surf, I can Shadow Ball sweep him, I think. Okay. I need damage on this. Yeah, excellent. So it is helmet. I've seen some nonsense like this. I just wasn't 100 on whether that's the goal. Is this? So it's this U-turn, right? I figured that's what they do. That's a big U-turn because now Amoonguss has to come in. And Amoonguss is gonna aim to Spore or Giga Drain. Boots. And what I'll end up doing is going hard guard, then going into Dragapult. I'm faster, which is a big deal. It's a really big deal. Because I can condition him. Actually, should I have Ground Bolt yet? It should be conditioned by now. And with that, I should O-Coats or 2-hit KO something. Oh, it's fucking Max Badef. It's fucking Max Badef. Jeez. This Hippo is gonna be an issue. Funnily enough, Garg in the sand is an issue for him. The leftovers. I removed the Hollow Chip item. I have not. I want to predict the Hollow Chip bad, but can't right now. Defog. Okay. See U-turn. Probably Volcanion coming in. Goes Amoonguss. Okay. Yeah, still got a Garg. Wanted to bolt, but couldn't afford to bolt. Couldn't afford it. Hippo. Okay. Hippo is a bitch, but he has to keep the hippo at a certain range, or I'll shot a ball to kill him. Yeah. You have whirlwind. Green tail. That's where the encore stuff comes into play, probably. Swish. Among Us. Gigas right. I might be faster than the Among Us. Our covers are running low. Yeah, spores to play that turn. And now you go back to screen tail. Halucha. Oh, he just sacks Halucha. Spore is free here. Not burn a sleep turn then. If Gark's eating Giga Drain like that, I need to time this right. How much PP do I have left on this? It's better to guard. Because I know he has to spore, so Assault Cure. I have to eat a drain of the Giga. I have 5 recovers remaining. 38%. I'll deal. This Among Us has so much leverage on me. Is this that fire spin stuff? Seen that. Seen that around the streets. If that's the case, then I lose anyway, right? So, Steam Eruption. I see Steam Eruption. I can't even go. I could go Great Tusk here. If he has it. Oh, that's lame for him. It's hard to say if he has it or not. That's a big miss. Is that Specs? Yeah, that's swag for him. And Hippo can't even come in. It's a big miss. Among Us repositioning until he can stall me down to but if I get to spin, he's finished. It's a big miss, man. It's gonna switch back up. One more turn of sand. He knows I want to spin badly. If I future sight, Volcanion is. How many gigas does he have? 8 gigas. Actually, future sight here. It doesn't matter if he spores. Not this turn, it doesn't. Because I'll get out the future side. Gigas, one, I'll fall out his Giga Drains, but also it'll do so much that. So it's interesting because if he burnt me, it's a big miss, man. I need to learn my calcs. I think that, I mean, I didn't even think about the fact that that shit is doing almost 30% to my Slowking. I'm a fucking Slowking. Volcanion, This is where we learn, right? Volcanion, Slow King. Oh, Slow King, brother. Slow King. There we go. That's a resisted move. Yeah, that boy is spexed. So I Gigas this time, expecting my Garg. And now I am going to go to the Garg. Because I prefer my Slow King to be awake. But the future side puts him on a timer, which means he has to be very careful around my Tusk coming in. Because the moment Tusk comes in, yeah. Now I just saw here. I could go Tusk, but the Screen Tail can't knock my Tusk out with I think that's it if you go Volcanion on the future side in the Salkir. I think he's in the forfeit here. He probably forgot about the damn. So yeah, it's Giga Jump. Man, look at Garg eat, bro. Garg eating, bro. Garg eating good, bro. Like, but now Slow King can just come in. We future side here. And then Chili Recept and get this rapid spin off. Okay. Okay, that's not what we do. That's not what we do, bro. Yeah, he should Gleam. Should Gleam. Don't want to waste recoveries here. Future side again. Now we go Garganical. Now we Salt Kill. Kill rate with the Salt. Salt Cure again to cover for Amoonguss repositioning here. But as I said, Slow King at this point is just inevitable. Especially because he's running out of Giga range. So even if he spores here, gets the future side off. He's faster than me. Yeah. You should go for Dazzling Gleam this turn. Protects. Chili Reception this turn. Yep. I get to fucking spin. So my Pult can do work. Gigas. Interesting. Didn't expect Giga, but I don't mind. Screen Tail's taking rocks and leftovers now. I'll let Gratus get spored. Giga Drain, 3%. Now we can switch back and forth. Yeah. Man, that was whack for my opponent. It was a big miss. No cap. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, man. Feel that. Anyway, another potential Garganical team. This one we might not Terra. When I say that, I see Slow King Galar. But you know, maybe a Grass Nocturne, something like that along the lines. If we kill Slow King Galar, then we can have a swimming time. Don't really have much to hammer away at him like I'd like. Because he has a whole ass normal type, so I can't Shadow Ball spam. Can't Draco spam. This is really about well-timed Pult. I have to click the right move every time. Kinda. One thing I've going for me is that I have a fairly decent check for most of his team. Ursaluna is a wild card that is annoying. Gambit well positioned is a problem to switch into as well. So I'm gonna go off that. But yeah, I think I'll play this defensively. The big wild card again is this fucking this shit. So phase 1 is gonna involve Dracoing this Tornado Steer, and I really don't know what to expect here. I want to say it's just gonna be Assault Vest. What did he go for? Okay. No luck, which is good. This allows us to Moltres. Yeah, I like Moltres best. Moltres cover every base, even if you were to stay in. As I see a Zoom roll come in. Moltres likes to run Will-O-Wisp, so one would assume bro would, you know, go to that Ursaluna. Or that's, okay, go Cinderace. You know, something I didn't factor in, a combination of Future Sight and Strength. Polt would be a phenomenal switch here, right? Sucker Draco, but I don't trust these Cinderaces not having Sucker Punch. What I could do is go to Polt and then see, I think I get way more mileage. This could bite me a little bit, depending on what his Cinderace is, but it's typical, I think, Will-O-Wisp space, because it didn't change into Libero, which I figured, which is why you don't want the Tusk matchup. But looking at this team, like the things that could come in on me, like Torn is inconsequential, right? I set up this Future Sight, and I goes for this Chili Recept, and what does he do? He gets a little bit of regen, yeah, but I get the positioning. And only one thing on your team likes Future Sight. Not likes, you know what I mean? So what this does allows for me to potentially just Flamethrower or Shadow Ball with my Polt, depending on what he brings in. Cinderace. So it's defensive ace. So this is right. And so here I'm gonna Flamethrower badly here, but Draco is our best play. Yeah, I wanted to Flamethrower so badly there because I fit Gambit like was in the prime position. Now Moltres gets to come in on likely Torn, but no, one would assume Ursaluna is coming in. Can I scare that out? Let me see if I can scare it out. I can bluff having CC. Oh, it goes Torn. I don't mind Torn. Torn, U-turn, break, you know what I'm saying? Break, Windstorm. But as I said, he actually has a very pesky team for mine. He does. Okay, I'm actually glad that, oh, that drops speed. Does that drop speed? Or it has a chance to drop speed? Because I'm like, my Polt speed didn't fall. My Polt is Infiltrator, right? Because I know me. I've been playing this whole life without Infiltrator. You know, my Moltres didn't have Moltres didn't have a fucking, it was like a neutral nature the whole time. But I love having to figure it out, right? Because, you know, when you identify, I don't understand Taunt at all, given what Garganacl likes to do, unless you have Grass Knot. But you've shown, I mean, I don't know what your other move could be. Taunt has some merit. I think Salt Cures, but I was like, should I Body Press here on a potential Ursaluna? But the burn plus Salt Cure, it's an interesting combination. Excuse me. But this pesky ass little shit is what I knew I'd be concerned about anyway. So what we're gonna end up doing here is Polting covers for Surf, Knot, and Chili Reception positioning, right? Because now he has to go to Gambit, which I want the smoke with the Gambit. Or he could go to Torn and then Azu. Okay, Azu is a problem. He's gonna water move. He does Liquidation. Burn. Liquidation was fairly low risk there. But as I said, I really struggle with Azumarill. It's gonna be tough because I don't know which what his Slowking is. And it quad resists Body Press. Was it right to risk Moltres? He one-shot me, so he's banded for sure. Very tough matchup in this one. There's solutions. It's just not gonna be easy, you know. Okay, 41%. Shadow Ball probably do 60. Is it worth giving that up though? Don't think I have a choice. I don't think I have a choice. For Ursaluna's, I am boinked. Gambits. I like Gambit. Here comes Torn, but I like that I get to keep Gambit. He low kicks. Low kick. That's both a good and bad thing. It's good in that it's very unlikely that he has Iron Head, which means when I terraform my Gambit, I have the offensive advantage versus him. Because I'll wall all his moves. And I can use him to lower, I can use that to force him to waste a turn of Slowking. I know the Torn is coming. It's just like, it's a pain in the ass that I can tell what he's gonna do and I can't do shit about it. Okay, very well. U-turns are U-turns. I'll have to like play ultra aggressively and smack bro because he's gonna go Ursaluna. I can't do anything about some of these things. So I'll have to play to the Gambit endgame. The issue is that I need his Cinderace dead. Now it might not matter if good Iron Defense here, but meaning predicting his play. But actually it's gonna Headlong Rush. That has no I'm thinking pull like flying resist is gone. Okay, fair enough. Headlong Rush. Hold. Keeps going Gambit. I wanted the flamethrower so badly there. So badly. Here's the Torn. And now things get interesting because shown Breakwind, whatever it's called. What I can do is lure out his Cinderace because motherfuckers like to play Cinderace like he's Lazar Angelov. Oh, he taunted. He taunted. That boy taunted. You know what the fuck was up. Boy, oh yeah, he played Cinderace like his Lazar Angelov. Blessed. Yup. And I can spin. That's what I needed him to do, some shit like that. Now Gambit can really put in some work. Now it depends on if his Cinderace, if his Azumarill is max speed. That does play a factor. Very interesting. Foreign. But what's gonna take the cure? Well, I can go back to Slowking. Does allow me to spin though. And the issue is that, well, I guess you could go to Ursaluna. So I'll go pull for the matchup. Actually, the matchup advantage. If he goes Gambit, he's gonna go for he's probably gonna Azu actually. Azu and Aqua Jet. Yep. He's actually not gonna Aqua Jet. But I have to let him. He jets. He does jet. This is where things get interesting. It's gonna be an interesting endgame. I double the Great Tusk here on what I'm expecting to be Gambino. Hard to say. So many possibilities in this one. Could just Katao straight up. If I Katao straight up, what would he do? Double back to the Tauren. I don't have to spin. Okay, Tauren comes in. Is there any reality where this takes us? No. Don't have the leftovers anymore. I'm also concerned because I've seen some really fast Ursalunas. Okay, I get his Gambit here because I get to Terra Fairy. As if he's even faster than me because he's gonna try to low kick and I knock this out. I think I'm actually faster, so blessed. He might have Iron Head. Actually, I'm not even gonna play with this. Part of me wants to Swords Dance again. I mean, these don't. Low kick doesn't usually have Iron Head, but I can't risk it. Like it's too risky. It's too risky for the biscuit. So let's see how much Ursaluna. Because Ursaluna has dumb defense. Gambit has dumb defense too, but it's a fucking Ursaluna going for Facade. Ursaluna. Oh, you Swords Dance. 171. It's not that much speed. King Gambit. OU offensive. What's the timer? Fallen 3. Sarah. It doesn't matter. No, not Terra Dark. +2. Let's do Sucker Punch, does a ton. Our motherfucker's running. Slow Ursaluna. You'd have to Facade though. I'd have to get a Swords Dance up again. Ursaluna dies. I lose to Azu. Sucker Punch is never a KO, so I could go Garg, then go to Tusk. Makatao. I'm faster, blessed. Whew. Cause I was like, I could do a bunch of switching around, but fuck it. I'm just gonna assume I'm faster. If I wasn't, I wasn't. It's good Terra Water actually. Terra Water liquidation. I mean that's what I do, right? Terra Water. Does it matter? Yeah, it does. Yeah. Gone. It's the game. It's that whole game there. Right below 1900. What the fuck? It's been feeling like it's taking forever. Oi, 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 oi. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this long live. If I keep going any longer, because I have a call in a few hours and I gotta render this and all the things. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this long live. It's quite the war today. But yeah. Hit the like button if you made this far and enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.